Yep, I'm here. We're getting ready to talk about Tadej Pogacar and Matthew Vander Poel. Also gonna just touch on my boy Caleb Ewan. He's got looks like he's got one race coming up. This Like he's got one race coming up this year, Tour of Romedy, and I don't see like as I try to have a usually they post their schedules and what the riders are going to be doing, and I haven't there's not much. I don't know what's going on with Caleb. Will he be at the Giro? Will he be at the Tour? I don't think he's going to be at the Tour. I don't think so. Anyway, we'll get into that, but we're definitely going to talk about Caleb Ewan today. What's up, Initially Say with Your Legs Media? I appreciate you tuning in. And as you can see, we got Tadej Pogacar up on the screen. So we're going to be talking about Tadej Pogacar and my man, Matthew Vander Poel, and some of the things that Tadej Pogacar has been doing while he's been uh, getting ready for Paris Roubaix. But he's got Flanders coming up. So this is one I'm just got to share this really quickly. So remember, if you come in, please hit the like button. And if you haven't, please subscribe to the channel. Like I said, this is Initially Say with Your Legs Media. And I'm just here to bring you cycling and bring you my perspective. Just leave a comment, tell me what you think. This format is sort of cool. And the only thing about this format is you can't bring live video. So I can only like chit chat with you about what's going on, about what I think and what's been happening. So Poggy's been out at in the just going over the cobbles, riding the course and checking things out and just getting the lay of the land. And some interesting things have been happening while he's been doing that. So we're going to talk about that and what he's been getting up to. And we've heard about, if you haven't heard about Ron Van Vendelen, that was on Wednesday, that Visma Lisa bike totally screwed up the finish, and Walt Van Aert came after the race to apologize about what he done at at on this past Wednesday. What Walt did was just incredible. I mean, he just like unfortunately he like I said he cramped up, and it's just crazy to think that he will cramp up with all of the training that he's been doing. But at the same time, I'm not surprised because he doesn't have the race miles and preparation in his legs because he's had a lot of time off because of his injuries. So he's not like Matthew Van Der Poel and Tadej Pogacar. These guys have you know stayed on it, and their bodies are like ripping, they're ready to go. So I think Jonas Vingegaard is in the same type of place that Walt Van Aert is in. But saying that, I think we're going to see something amazing from Walt on Sunday to talking about Flanders. But let's talk about Paris Roubaix. So let's really quickly. Let's this here. So this is Tadej Pogacar at Paris Roubaix, and if you can see, so you can't even. It's hard to see. He's got the KOM on is it just three? Yeah, he's got the KOM, and then he had second, or is it second? Second overall on Carry Four. So Carry Four is a really popular section of the cobbles and stuff, and it's a long section. I can't remember what it's rated. It's like number four, so it's four sections from the end. I can't remember what it's rated. But the crazy thing is, on this section, he is second place. Guess who he's behind? He's behind Walt Van Aert. So Walt Van Aert has the KOM, and I think the reason that at this particular point, the KOM is set because it's four sectors to go, and this is where the race is really getting hot. So I guarantee when Walt Van Aert, did that KOM, he's probably just putting in a massive attack trying to get away. So yeah, it's going to be on and popping. If this is what we're going to be seeing, if Poggy's going out there and training and really getting, ready for this Paris Roubaix. It's crazy. And then also, what do you think? Because there are people saying that this is crazy. He shouldn't be doing Paris Roubaix, and he shouldn't be doing Paris Roubaix because he's gonna jeopardize his Tour de France efforts or other stage races. And I just think that's utterly crazy because every race is just as dangerous or it's just as much risk as the last race. And all the stuff they've been putting into the tours, like they've been putting gravel sections, they've been putting Strada Bianca sort of sandy sections or whatever, like Strada Bianca like sections uh, in the Tour de France. And the thing is, Jonas done really well on the Paris Roubaix section last year. So don't understand why like so scared to go and do other races, man. Go do some other races, man. Broaden your CV, your resume, all that stuff. But hey, it is what it is. So this is one of the KOMs that he got. So as you can see where he's ranked in this. No, this is not one he got. This is his second. He's second, and he's only Tadej is tied for second. Okay, so he's tied for second, and Walt has the KOM on this one. I'm not sure if this is carry for. So this might be, yeah, this is the carry for one. And so I've ridden that hill. I've ridden every sector from the Arenberg Forest. I haven't ridden every sector because it's 27 sectors. So I only ridden road 19 from carry for all the way to the last pave section just before you get to the velodrome. And this section here, the carry forward section, this where he got second place and Walt has first place. It's not absolutely flat, so it has a lot of turns, and in some of the turns, it's like really big steps of cobbled and it drops off. Like so, you have to be careful in the corners because you could get injured or easily get a puncture. It's curvy, and then it also goes up and down. It doesn't rise a lot, but it rises enough. So you're riding on these cobbles which are hard enough as it is, and then you're gonna get these little undulations, maybe 1 to 2%. It makes a difference. It's tough. It's not easy. So that's one of the and there's the other one. This is the one where he actually took the KOM on this one. It's 3 minutes 27, and this is difference. This one is shorter. This one is that little bit longer. So I think the longer sections, Tadej probably definitely has the advantage because basically when you're riding this hard, it's not unsimilar to time trialing or climbing for me, as because this was my uh type of like terrain. I just loved hard, unnecessarily courses, unnecessarily like obstacles in the courses and stuff. And I've ridden on some pretty gnarly courses, and it requires a level of just just like hard drive, and like I liken it to the similarities that you need with time trialing and climbing. And like some people could say how you could say that, but for me, it's definitely on par with that type of mentality and that type of effort. And you have to just stay focused. You have to stay focused. Keep your eye on what you're doing. You can't lose because if you lose focus for 1 second, you can just end up to the side of the road or just whatever. So yeah, you have to stay focused, and it's the same thing when you're time trialing. Like you have to stay focused. If there's a up or down or increase or whatever, you have to just stay locked in. Because if you don't stay locked in, then you can easily like fall off. So if there's an incline coming, you got to know when to put it in an easier gear, or if you stay in that gear, so like because like a lot of inclines, you in time trialing especially, if you do them right, you can actually recover on them. So that's what I used to do. I used to be able to do it in a way where I can actually recover on the climb. And yeah, it's something you have to learn to do. It takes quite a bit of discipline, and I liken that to the cobbles. You just have to stay focused. You have to be in tune with what's going on so that you can get the best out of your body. Anyway, so that's Paris Roubaix, and Matthew Van Der Poel is going to be the other big superstar. So it's going to be interesting, and it's going to pivot real quick. So I don't know if you've seen this, but this is Lotto's special jersey that they're going to be wearing at Flanders. This is basically a tribute to 40 years of cycling. So Lotto is it's the lottery. It's the lottery. So where people play in Europe and in Belgium. So it's pretty popular. And they've been sponsoring cycling for the last 40 years. And I swear down that I've probably watched every team that they've had from in the last 40 years. I'm 55, so 15. So I probably started watching cycling when I was about 12 or 13. So yeah, pretty much growing up with Lotto and all the different iterations of the team. So basically, if you look at the jersey, there's basically a little color or a little scheme from each era. And at one point, Lotto was they were beastly. They were really dominant. But they are not so they're trying to get right with Arnaud Delis. He's been having a lot of problems. He's been having a lot of issues. I believe he's doing Flanders and he's doing Roubaix. We don't know what's going on with Arnold Delay, but he's just not firing on all cylinders. He's wears the Belgian national champion jersey, and that's a pretty hard jersey to win. So it's crazy to see that he's not doing he's not doing as well as like people would hope for that he would be doing. So, but yeah, got that right. So I had the wrong thing up. And yeah, so this is the celebrating 40 years in cycling. So really looking forward to. They're gonna look good. They're gonna look good on Sunday, and I'm not quite sure if they're gonna use this jersey as well as for Paris Roubaix. But if they do use it for Paris Roubaix, that would be cool as well. Well, so that's that really quickly, and then the last thing we're gonna touch on is my man. Oh no. So we got a surprise. Biniam Gourmet is going to be doing Paris Roubaix for the first time. So Benny's going to be at Paris Roubaix for the first time. So he's going to get to experience all of the hype and all what's all of the kerfuffle about and stuff. And I believe this is a race that he can do well at. I don't think he's going to you know do like spectacular this year. I think he'll probably finish I think he'll probably finish because it's his fresh year and he wants to do at least that finish. But I think he needs to find some type of balance between his personal life and then the regular stuff that he does because it's definitely interfering with his results and the way he races because he's so far he has not been the Benny of last year and fingers crossed that Benny can this is basically all a build up to Tour de France because that is the most important thing that he could come good at Tour de France. So like the last thing we're gonna look at is Caleb Ewan. So I was trying to get a look at what he's going to be doing for 2025. And the only race that I can see that he's doing is Tour of Remedy so far. That's the only race I can see that he's doing. And after that, we're not quite sure if they're going to take him to the Tour or the Giro d'Italia or maybe save him for the Volta or what other races are going to be happening throughout the years. So so we'll see what happens, and thank you for joining me. I'm making bread. I'm making bread, baby. So I'm gonna get back to my bread making. I gotta stick my bread in the oven in a minute, and so I'm looking forward to it. So I'm gonna start doing that. I'm making my own bread. So that's what you gotta start doing, folks. And it's pretty easy to make as well too. So anyway, for saying with that, we are out and we will see you on the next one. I'll probably be here tomorrow to bring you the Miguel Indurain Grand Prix to because it'll be my first time seeing this race. So it'll be good to just see it for myself and then bring you my viewpoint and my opinion about how the Miguel Indurain Grand Prix went. Righty, peace up, people. See you. I went a little longer than I wanted to, but it is what it is. Remember to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share. And I'm gonna stay on it too. Gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta do it like the Instagram. You gotta work on it and build it up. Anyway, peace out, people.